A new day is dawning in Gotham City, complete with old friends and new enemies. How will the Dark Knight adjust to the changing tides as well as a brand new shocking murder mystery? Well, let's hop into the pages of Batman issue number 153 and find out what happens next together, shall we? So then, as we join this brand new Batman art courtesy of Chip Zdarsky, it seems that we have jumped forward in the future by a considerable amount. We're treated to an all too familiar scene, a young family getting lost in the back alleys of Gotham City, only this time instead of being murdered, the creepy looking man in the shadows actually offers them directions on how to get where they're going. As Batman explains in a conversation with Jim Gordon P.I., who honestly it's just nice to see him back in the book, and holy crap has he aged a lot. The city has actually undergone a major shift thanks in no small part to Wayne Enterprises' brand new social reforms, affordable housing, urban renewal, food programs, all that good stuff. And because of that, famously bad parts of the city are starting to thrive now like ever before. They're even starting to attract brand new businesses like Nigma Tech. Yes, that's right, everyone. The Riddler has reformed once again and become a major tech bro. If you'll recall, Nigma was actually the only member of Batman's Rogues Gallery to be experimented on by the Batman of Zur-En-Ah, and wouldn't you know it, the Riddler was able to parlay this into his early release. After that, he made a fortune in cryptocurrency by monetizing his own famous image, and I mean, Jesus Christ, if Bernie Madoff can have his own coin, why not the Riddler? But it goes so much deeper than that, too. The Riddler took his fortunes and has now become a leader in the world of cybersecurity, which makes a lot of sense when we stop and consider all the things that Failsafe and the Amazo robots have done to Gotham just recently. Now, not everybody is on Nigma Tech's side right now, not the least of which being Gotham Mayor Nakano. The mayor believes in second chances, but let's face it, this isn't the first time the Riddler has said he's going to turn over a new leaf only for him to fall back on his old ways, plus, you know, the whole being a murderer thing. Not that Nakano really has a leg to stand on or a stick to wave right now. Politically, he's being bent over a barrel by Leonid, an agent of the Court of Owls who has actively been puppeteering Nakano's more questionable actions as of recently, like making Vandal Savage the new chief of police. Why is he letting himself get knocked around so easily? Well, it seems that Leonid actually has proof that Nakano has been cheating on his wife as of recently. But wait, if you're like me in Red Arkham Tower, you're probably thinking, doesn't Nakano love his wife? Yeah, but the only consistent thing about Nakano as a character is his non-stop inconsistency. Now later that night, Batman goes to Nigma Tech to try and put the fear of God into Edward. He lets the former Riddler know that he's going over every piece of code his company creates with a fine-tooth comb to make sure he's not selling Trojan horses to anyone. Surprisingly though, Nigma actually makes it sound like this latest turn is going to last. He says that he's wasted so much of his life trying to prove that he was the smartest man in the world, that he was smarter than Batman, when in reality, if he was so smart, then he would have been rich a long time ago. Though Batman also discovered in finding his new fortune, Edward Nigma also cut some corners. It seems that some of the cooling technology he's using to maintain his server farms just so happened to be stolen Mr. Freeze designs. In fact, the Riddler seems to have actively stolen a bunch of tech from a bunch of different other Batman villains, and no, he doesn't fear reprisal at all, saying that if they have a problem, they can file a copyright claim against him. Oh boy, that's not gonna end well. Now, even though Bruce Wayne's brand new plans for Gotham City seem to actively be paying off, it's not exactly earned him all the friends you would think it would. All the usual right-wing aggrieved suspects are calling him an evil communist who's given handouts to migrants in a famously underserved and underrepresented area. Honestly, Bruce just prefers it when the media used to call him a billionaire playboy philanthropist, but those days seem to be long over. The real problems, though, might actually be coming from within Wayne Enterprises itself. In this issue, we're introduced to Rowan, the woman who actually took over Lucius Fox's old job. She fears the company may very well have lost its way now that it has moved so solely into the charitable sector, and if they don't actually make anything new anytime soon, then they might not be able to keep the lights on that much longer. That is, unless Bruce was willing to maybe mount some sort of hostile takeover or merger with another company, say, oh, I don't know, Nigma Tech maybe? Yes, it seems this woman is actually working for the Riddler inside Bruce's own company, though we're not exactly sure why that is just yet. Though we do know that Riddler desperately wants to use Bruce's good guy image to help further his own goals and schemes. Now, a new transformed Gotham also brings with it brand new vigilantes, as it's after that we're introduced to Commander Starr, as he brutally busts up a group of robbers. I gotta say, I actually really like this dude's costume. Obviously, we've seen this sort of archetype before, draped in the American flag, and unlike Batman, absolutely willing to use firearms. But it's the little things that really sell me on this one, how the cape is two colors, how the collar is extra high and makes him look like an old-timey highwayman, or how the star on the mask is big and chunky. Now, if you're like me, you're also probably saying to yourself, geez, we're really doing this again? Another evil vigilante who thinks they can do a better job at saving Gotham than Batman can? Didn't we just do this? With Ghostmaker, with Failsafe, with Simon Saint and the Peacekeepers? Well, we most definitely did, and for once the people in the story are actually well aware of this, no more so than Nakano himself, who freaks out, saying that we cannot keep doing this over and over again. Sadly, though, Nakano is the only voice of dissent, as Police Commissioner Vandal Savage absolutely loves this new gun-toting crazy man and sends his cops to arrest Batman, while also being sure to secure this guy's loyalty. Thankfully, though, Batman manages to escape and goes to lick his wounds at one of Leslie Tompkins' brand new clinics, and honestly, it's really nice to see her integrated into the story too, especially because we don't have Alfred anymore. It feels like Batman has been missing that whole parental sounding board. Also, Zdarsky goes out of his way to make sure that Tompkins isn't just a cut-and-dry Alfred replacement. For starters, she says that she always had more faith in Bruce's ability to help change the city for the better than she did Batman. In fact, their little back and forth is so good I'm willing to ignore the fact that they have once again completely redesigned Leslie Tompkins. Seriously, she's just one little old lady and yet no artist can agree on what she looks like. Bruce decides to walk home that night and take in all of the good work he's done in the city, though in his internal monologue he admits that he has doubts. That in his heart of hearts he fears not that he won't be able to help save the city, but that the city won't let him help, especially as his plans for urban renewal have seemingly put him in contention with some truly great and terrible societal forces and the puppet masters that control them. And oh boy, when it rains it pours too, because by the time Bruce manages to make it home, Rowan is waiting for him. It seems that he's getting sued by someone claiming to be his brother. Ooh, Lincoln March, anybody? It's been a while since we've seen him either. Oh yeah, and also Mayor Nakano has been shot dead, but you know, at this point that was basically all the character had left to do as the comic comes to a close. And so that was Batman issue number 153, everybody, and I gotta say, I really do like what Chip Zdarsky is doing here. This does feel like a fresh, brand new chapter in his Batman series. I'm actually reminded very much and very positively of Zdarsky's work on Daredevil. That book also did a lot to try and address societal change and battling the root causes of crime. Also, too, this book actually really managed to reel me in by making me feel like time has passed in a meaningful way in between arcs, which you don't always get. More than anything, though, this story actually seems to be setting up an actual real-deal Batman mystery worth solving, a real who shot JR type of tale, wherein we see there was actually several different people who could probably want to kill the mayor. Was it the Court of Owls who was blackmailing him? Was it the chief of police he threatened to unseat? Was it his unhappy wife? Was it the new kill-crazy vigilante? I don't know. But you can bet I'm really invested in finding out who it is. Again, it feels like a long time since we've had such a strong mystery plot be the backbone of the main Batman book. Overall, I think I feel comfortable giving this one a very positive 8.5 out of 10. If you've been looking for an easy jump-on point for the Batman book too, I think this would actually serve you pretty damn well.
Hey there everyone, it's your pal Cape Joel again, and if you're seeing my face right now, that means you watched to the end of the video, and I'll always be grateful for that. Retention helps in this crazy YouTube game, and so does becoming a patron. If you head on down to the description, you can find a link to my Patreon page. Recently just redid all the tiers, a lot of cool stuff offering up there, exclusive commentaries, exclusive polls, behind the scenes concept art for Capes and Quest. That's the brand new D&D show I've started soon. Never been a better time to become a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month and help the channel grow and, help me continue to deliver content like what you just saw. So I want to thank you all, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.